Alright, y'all. We are good to go. Or we should be. As always, I'm going to wait to make sure it pops up on the YouTubes to make sure we are actually live. And then we will dive right in. Copy. Nope. Heck? Weird. That's weird. Oops. Why is this not loading? Oh, that's why. I think. Yep, there we go. Sorry, we are live. It was actually, yeah, it was being weird. Anyways, welcome. I am so very excited for this. Today we're going to be doing Duskmourn, House of Horrors, starting with a collector booster. But I have a lot of this stuff. So this one's going to go for a little while. I'm only going to open 6 packs today, but a little backstory on this set. This is a Duskmourn in Magic the Gathering lore is a plane that exists inside of a sentient haunted house that is infinitely big on the inside. I kind of keep comparing it to, if you've seen the movie Monster House, as well as like the Tardis. It's like the Tardis, but Monster House. The story's super cool. Already said this. If you have any interest, the Magic lore is actually really cool. Even if you're not into Magic, if you're just like stories and stuff like that, they've started releasing like audiobooks for these. So highly suggest checking it out. But all of the cards, which is the part I'm super excited about, are all based on 70s, 80s, 90s horror movies. So that's going to be the coolest part of doing this unboxing is or unpacking is that as I go through the cards, sort of figuring out or sussing out which franchises they may represent. Some of the cards are original, so don't get me wrong, but there definitely are a lot of cards that are based on horror franchises, which is super cool. I heard about this set like a year ago when they announced. It was right around the time they announced the Jurassic Park set, which that's the other one that I was like crazy excited for. So this one's been a long time coming. If you can't see, I'm wearing my Pennywise You'll Float 2 shirt, represent. And then as always, because I like to play a fun little game, I'm watching something that's related to what we're unboxing today. So if you can guess what it is, also maybe guess why it's specifically relevant. Yes, I'll be doing this through all my unboxings, and pretty much everything's going to be horror. So if you just say that it's horror, that's not precisely it. You gotta say why it is specifically relevant to this particular set. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Vanguard in Hyannis and Sean over there. When I was trying to get the buy a box promo for this set, I just learned about their shop. It's actually a I checked it out last time I was there in Hyannis, and when I was trying to get the buy a box promo card, I thought to give him a call. And honestly, Sean is amazing. His shop is amazing. They've got great philosophies on inclusivity and stuff like that. I think it's a very, very welcoming environment. He's also very big on using games as a tool to educate kids, which I think is really, really cool. So yeah, Vanguard Tabletop Gaming in Hyannis, definitely go check them out. Give them your business. I think it is very much so worth it, and I would love to people to support them if you can. I've already done a couple of pre-release events over there, and it's been an incredible experience. So, but speaking of the buy a box, we will actually start by showing you the card that I was so super excited for. And why I ended up going through them was to get this guy right here, the Twitching Doll. So the mechanic on this card is incredible right off the bat, but, and I'll take it out of the sleeve because I think the reflection makes it a little hard to see. Yeah, that doesn't really help. But you get kind of the idea. It is a doll. But if you look very closely, which I don't know, it's probably not focusing properly because of the reflection, every bit of this doll is made of spiders. The nose, the mouth, the eyes. The nose, the eyes are all thoraxes for spiders, and then the body is just a big mess of spiders. It is... also, and this is the alternate art. You can pull this, which we will probably pull maybe a couple of these while we're doing the unboxing, but this is the special buy a box promo card that you get for, essentially for supporting your local card store, which I think is really cool. And as Braden pointed out, you've got Mother Goose here, and her goose is cooked. Again, it's very hard to see, but there's a roast goose. And she is decapitated. And then the mechanic itself. So I really want to start a Shelob deck. So Shelob is, of course, from Lord of the Rings, and she's a legendary spider creature that gives all of your spiders Death Touch and Ward, I think Ward 1 or Ward 2, I don't remember. So she buffs the heck out of spiders. So what this card does is it's a creature, it's a spider toy, so it is a spider and also a toy, and it's only a 2-drop, and its first ability is tap to add 1 mana of any color, and every time you're tapping it to get a mana for color, you also get to put a nest counter on it. Now what do nest counters do, because they are new to this set, and I think maybe specific to this card only, is at some point you tap this card, sacrifice this card, create a 2/2 green spider creature token with reach for every counter on Twitching Doll. Activate only as a sorcery. Now I want to point out that it does not say every nest counter. It's just every counter on Twitching Doll. So you tap this for mana, let's say by like turn 5 or something like that. You've got you can create 5 spiders. But let's say you're also adding like +1/+1 counters or like flying counters or whatever. You can then create a spider creature for every single token. So I think this card right here, once I build my spider tribal or kindred Shelob deck, is going to be a huge, like a win con, definitely. Again, I love the art. I'm just like, this card's amazing. The other art is kind of cool, but it's not as cool as this one. This is really, really does it for me. So I am so super excited for this card. So without further ado, let us dive right in and get to the goods. Get to the spooky times. I gotta put those back in my binder. Also, if you did not see my last stream, I pulled a doubling season, actually a special treatment doubling season. It will not show very well on the camera, but it's a confetti foil. And what doubling season does, if an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. An effect would create 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, it puts twice that many of those counters instead. So I might have to put them in a deck together, Twitching Doll and Doubling Season. So yeah, super excited. It's been a wonderful week for Magic. And if you're curious, I pulled that Doubling Season from Wilds of Eldraine Collector Pack, which I actually didn't think there was much value in that, but surprise, surprise. Alright, y'all. It's time. Let's get into it. So, again, I gave a little backstory on Duskmourn. Definitely go check out the story on YouTube. It's very cool. Right here, we've got Valgavoth, who is a giant demon moth. He is what gives the house sentience. And let's read what it says on the back. So, frighteningly good finds. Unlock Duskmourn's gallery wing and claim the house's greatest treasures before the house claims you. Each spirit-busting booster contains rare and or mythics, traditional foils, borderless cards, and full art manor cards. You may even get a shocking surprise in the form of special guests, Japan Showcase cards, or textured foil double exposure cards. You never know where they might be lurking. Yeah, what's up, Ben? What's up, Ben? Thank you for tuning in, and yes, my favorite time of the year. It's not, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like winter, I like Christmas, but to me, the most wonderful time of the year is Halloween, and we are kicking it off with some frighteningly good content. Again, I don't know if you heard the little backstory. This is a set based on 70s, 80s, and 90s horror movies, which is my bread and butter. So we can all see the Wizards shrink wrap on there, so we know that this has not been tampered with. Also, I got it from Vanguard, so we trust them. Oh, we got the Ellis Duo. Now we just need the Ellis Trio. Yeah, Ben, I highly suggest go listen to the audio story for this on YouTube. Wizards of the Coast now, ever since the last set, releases official audio stories for the sets, and this one is really good. Highly suggest. Also, hello, Brent. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, we see Bray in here as well, and we will be all powerful with the Ellis boys. So, I don't think there's anything really special on here. So, collector boosters. This contains 12 packs. Each one is 15 cards. Each pack contains, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 5 rare. Yep, 5 cards, rare or higher, 4 uncommon, 5 common, and 1 land. Oh, Japan Showcase cards at 9% of boosters. That's pretty high. Fracture Foil Japan Showcase in 1%. Okay. Yeah, the chase cards in this are the Japan Showcase cards, so hopefully we see a couple of those. Like I said, today I'm going to do 6 packs. I think like Friday or something like... Oh, no, I can't do Friday. I might do it early in the day tomorrow. Like on my break or something like that. I might do... They are. I might do... early in the day tomorrow, I might do the second unpacking. Because I usually do like 4 packs for these streams to keep them short, but I'm going to keep it to 6 packs, because then I can just bang out each box in 2 streams. Let me grab my Skizors, they're actually right here, and let's get to cracking. This is our first pack. Whoa, weird. I'm assuming if I sent you the link on Facebook, it's because it opened it in Facebook browser, and you're likely not signed into YouTube via Facebook browser. It's weird that it does that. What it should do is just open it directly into YouTube, but I don't know why it does that. Do these have the little notch on them? No, they do not. We're just going to use my new method of very gingerly and carefully cutting the top off of these, making sure not to cut any of the cards. And let's get to cracking. I've tried not to look at too much of this set, but I did do a pre-release, and I have seen quite a bit of it. But I don't think I know a lot of the unique cards, so let's go Kraken. So right off the bat, we've got Don't Make a Sound. Again, shout out if you can figure out, if they are, what the card, like what franchise it might be a reference to. Some of them are just horror. It's just like, you don't make a sound when you're in the house. So, Don't Make a Sound is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. If they do, survey 2. Oh, that's why I remember this card. I played it in my pre-release deck. Jace kept his mouth shut, but he couldn't shake the feeling that the strange creatures could hear the screaming in his mind. So this isn't, I don't think this is a movie horror, a movie reference, but this is a reference to the actual story itself. While they're in the house, they meet Jace. It's actually Kaido, I think, meets Jace. And they had some beef, so. Oh, look at this thing. That is spooky. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it's freaky. Let's look at it right side up. That is great. Charlie, you're already starting this. Actually, Charlie came to say hi. Say hi, Charlie. Say hi to the crowd. Because you can't keep hopping up on the table, bud. I know you want to. Huh. You're like, I just want to be part of the show. I should get you a little... Actually, here. There you go, bud. Hang out up there. Oh. Well, he hopped down. Charlie is scared of the cards. He's like, put those things away. Don't read the Latin. Why you always gotta read the Latin? I should get him like a little bed or something. The problem is my table's so full of crap. Maybe, actually, let me do something really quick. Charlie, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna make space for you. In case you wanna hop up here, you can. Okay. I do need to clean off this table. Really, what cleaning off this table entails is doing a lot more streams so I can get rid of a lot of these boxes that I have. So, boom, boom. Also, I got a fun little bonus pack for us today. Here. There. Now you have space. You gotta stay over there, though. Okay. Okay, bud. Lay down. Lay down. Gotta stay over here, bud. Alright. So, jump scare. Oh, Braden is the best pull. Oh, so what's up, Braden? Give me that cat. What's up, Joe? Thank y'all for hanging out. Got a good crew here today. Got the 3 Ellises, the Talisha, and the Joe. So Jump Scare is a 1-drop. It's an instant. Until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+2, gains flying, and becomes a horror. Enchantment, and becomes a horror enchantment creature in addition to its other types. Look at Charlie sitting over here being a good boy. There you go, bud. Now you're on camera. And I love the flavor text on this one. It's just boo. Very fun. wonder if I could actually angle this. No, I don't want to do that. Because then you would have to see my monitor. But I might, yeah, figure out a way to angle this better. I guess I could just keep the cards flat, if possible. Alright. Now we got Impossible Inferno. Impossible Inferno is a 5-drop. It is an instant. Impossible Inferno deals 6 damage to target creature. It also has Delirium. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. No living being, survivor, or monster is exempt from Valgavoth's wrath. What is this little creature? I don't know. I think this just might be one of the Razorkins, I think, once you enter the house. Oh, look at this thing. The Hand That Feeds is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a mutant. It has Delirium. Whenever Hand That Feeds attacks while there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, it gets +2/+0 and gains Menace until end of turn. In the darkness, Lana reached out for Shay's hand and squeezed it for comfort. Then she heard Shay call to her from the next room. Oh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy. Again, y'all, if you didn't hear, because this is horror movie themed, if you see any blatant references to horror movies, shout them out. That's going to be the fun part of this set. So, next we've got Cult Leader. Cult Leader is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human doctor. It has... Actually, I wonder if that is better. Yeah, okay. That'll be better. Cult Leader is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human doctor. It has Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, Cult Healer gains lifelink until end of turn. Oh, we don't need to operate. I've just always wanted to try it. Oh, that's terrible. So this is, if you can see, he's wearing a moth mask, or maybe his face is deformed. He is of the Valgavoth cult. Wickerfolk Thresher. Wickerfolk Thresher is a 4-drop. It's an artifact creature scarecrow. Damn. Has Delirium. Whenever Wickerfolk Thresher attacks, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, look at the top card from your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put the card into the battlefield, put it into your hand. Not if I pull it first, Joe. Ooh, Cynical Loner. Who is this? I don't know. Cynical Loner is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a human survival. Cynical Loner can't be blocked by Glimmers. Okay. Glimmers are also a big... I'll get to them once we pull a Glimmer card, but they're a big part of the story in this set. They're survival. At the beginning, I really like the survival ability. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Cynical Loner is tapped, you may search your library for a card, put it into the graveyard, then shuffle. So that's just the specific survival for this card. Realistically, survival is just like, if a card survives attacking, then it will do something during its second main phase. So that's just what this specific card does. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm done with hope. Oh, look at this. So great. Midnight Mayhem. Why isn't that focusing? I'm wondering if I should turn this so it's taking up most of the... Yeah, there we go. I'm just trying to get the focus. Oh, Gremlins! Yeah, there you go. Nice call out. I was just about to ask. This definitely has to be... Oh, in Midnight! Oh my god! I didn't even... Yep. This one's 100% Gremlins. Good job, Brayden. Midnight Mayhem is a 4-drop. It's a sorcery. Create... Oh, and it even says Gremlin on it. So, create 3/1/1 red Gremlin creature tokens. Gremlins you control gain Menace, Lifelink, and Haste until end of turn. A creature with... we know what Menace does. They might look funny, but when all those teeth sink into your flesh, you won't be laughing. Winter. Hopefully we'll see Winter at some point. Yes, yeah. If a card remains tapped, but essentially, like, for a meta sense, if it survives attacking... I guess maybe some cards that aren't creatures might have survival as well, but... Yeah, if it's tapped during your second main phase, it gains an additional ability. Fear of Being Hunted. Fear of Being Hunted is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment creature, Nightmare. That's another... Or no, Horrors, but maybe I could make a Nightmare set too. That would be fun. Enchantment creature, Nightmare. It has haste. Fear of Being Hunted must be blocked if able. It makes no effort to hide itself, savoring its prey rising panic as the sound of its clacking skull grows closer and closer. Why is the focus off? I guess it looks okay on YouTube, but I don't get why that's doing that. I also wonder... Sorry, give me one sec. I'm gonna mess with something. Oh, nope. I'm going to shut off the autofocus, and I will just set it to be focused right at that level. Alright, I think that's okay. We'll mess with it. Y'all can tell me if it looks terrible, but I think that looks a lot better than it did. Hopefully you can read the cards. Again, I'm going to be reading them to you anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, we got these full art. Oh my god, that is just straight madness. That is great. That is great. Look at that. Yeah, these full art lands are amazing. Oh, and here's a room, which is new to this set. So a room card is essentially... it's a 2-for-1 enchantment. You can either cast one or the other, and then later, if you have the mana, or then you can unlock the room. There's actually these really cool tokens that came with the set, so you can place that on top, lock the room, and then once you spend the mana, you can unlock that room. So, right off the bat, we've got Charred Foyer. It's a 4-drop. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Or you could cast, Warped Space is a 6-drop. Once each turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast from exile. Oh, that's super cool. Those are very synergistic. I like that. Oh, look it. Yeah, Crimson Peak. Great shout out. Joe and I talked a little bit about Crimson Peak today, actually. Oh, actually, I meant to rotate. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, but. So here's the big bad of the set Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls. Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls is a 4 drop. It's a legendary creature, Elder Demon. He has flying, ward, pay 2 life, and whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, put a +1/+1 counter on Valgavoth and draw a card. Damn. He'd make a great command. Well, I mean, he is a commander. I just don't know if he is the commander. If this is the specific. I don't know if there's multiple Valgavoths in this set. Yeah, this one's really cool. I'm assuming you're talking about this one, Brent. Let me actually check something really quick, because now this is not looking great. I gotta focus on the bottom. There we go. I think that's gonna be... Yeah, that's way different than what I had it before. I think that's gonna be the best I can get it. I really hate this. Again, I guess I need a higher quality camera, but... yeah, this is a very, very cool card. I love the whole theme of this. I like the big bad for this set. I think it's very cool. And I like this full art. I think he's very cool looking. Trying to see if I can pull him up. No! No! Oh, here's... I don't know what this is called. Braden, somebody maybe, if you knew. This is a specific treatment for these cards in this set. Oh my god, this card's so dark it won't scan. I actually do want to see if there's other versions of this. Yeah, there is, and I think the other version I have in the commander deck. So Head Shredder. I guess this is like I don't know. What would y'all call this treatment for the card? I'm sure there's an official name for it, but this is like a very specific type of border. It makes me think like some sort of ghost hunting equipment. Head Shredder. And this isn't horror, but this kind of makes me think of Maze Runner kind of thing. But this has to be from something. Is a 4-drop. It's an artifact. It's a vehicle. Whenever Head Shredder attacks, you may mill 2 cards. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into the graveyard from your library, put them onto the battlefield tapped. Damn. And crew 1. That's a good card. Oh, and I forgot also Valgavoth was our first rare... No, actually that enchantment room was our first... actually, that was a mythic. That was a mythic rare for this set. Interesting. No. Oh, this is cool. We got a full art room here. So... we got Dazzling Theater. which is a 4-drop. Creature spells you cast have Convoke. Convoke, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Convoke means you can use them as mana. You can tap them for mana. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost certain that's what Convoke means. And then Properum is a 3-drop, and it has untap each creature you control during each other player's untap. Oh my god! That has to be what that means. Braden, Brent, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost certain that's what Convoke means, which means the second ability on this card is amazing. I get why it's a rare. Really, really cool. I wonder what this is from. Is that, again, am I correct? Is that what Convoke means? I'm going to look it up if nobody confirms it for me. Yeah, so... Yeah, I was just wondering what Convoke meant, but I was correct. Convoke means that you can cast something for mana. Oh, but it's only colorless? I thought it was maybe tapping them for any color. Yeah, I know this should be a mythic. It might be because it's a 7-drop, and that might be why. Oh, what does a stadium do? I'm not familiar with that. Oh, this one is cool. This is a really cool treatment. Oh, here's another toy. Marvin the Oh my god, this thing is so cool looking. I really don't know if the camera is like fully capturing, because this is a foil and it looks... I wish I had 3D glasses to look at this, because it really, really, really pops. And it's a lot better than the other version of this. This is a beautiful, beautiful treatment for this card. Oh, okay, Brent. Got you. Damn, that's a valuable card, too, this one. Marvin the Murderous Mimic, which I really like that name, is a 2-drop. You think this is like Puppet Master or something like that? Legendary artifact creature toy. Oh, he could be your commander if you wanted, I guess. Marvin Murderous Mimic has all activated abilities of creatures you control that don't have the same name as this creature. What? And he's only a 2-drop? That's crazy. How does it work? The TV border is called Paranormal. Okay, thank you. How does it work if you used a colorless creature as your commander? Like, can you only have colorless cards in your deck? Like, what if your commander's color identity is colorless? Okay. Interesting. That'd be a crazy kind of deck. I wonder if anybody runs decks like that. Damn. Oh, look at this. Just a basic token. That thing is creepy. This is great. And then on the back, look at this treasure token. That is creepy, dude. That is creepy. Damn, I am loving this set. I am loving it. Alright, let's pop this back in the pack. There's definitely some stuff in there I need to sleeve up, but I'm going to take my time and probably scan all these cards later and then sleeve them up as I go. Alright, on to pack number 2. Pack numero dos. Yeah, but I thought the Eldrazi Precon can be all colors. Oh. I know this is a reprint, because I've heard this name before. Oh, okay. Terramorphic Expanse is a land. It has sacrifice Terramorphic Expanse, search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. The house's geography constantly warps and twists, fields melting into floorboards and walls opening into hungry maws. Oh, this also is just very much so like House of Leaves as well. Ugh. That is creepy. Creeping Peeper. Actually, I meant to do this as well. I forgot. I want to give a little shout out to Beepity Vanguard. Maybe this will fit better. Yeah, there we go. Creeping Peeper is a creature. It's a 2-drop. It's an eye. I'm surprised it's not a spider eye or something like that. Has tapped to add a blue. Spend this mana only to cast an enchantment spell, unlock a door, or turn a permanent face up. Be on your guard. Valgavoth has eyes everywhere, and I don't mean that figuratively. Oh, there's winter again. Oh my god, what is this? Appendage Amalgam. It's just like a leg monster. Enchantment creature horror. Whenever Appendage Amalgam attacks, survey 1. It moves with the speed of a spider, but none of its skittering grace, scuttling to the sound of mucus-covered fingers. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Where's my drink? Oh, here's our first Razorkin. So Razorkins are the sort of bads from the set. Again, this is what happens to being if it is taken over by Valgavoth's essence or whatever you want to call it. Ripcane. So that's Razorkins. Oh, it's okay, Brent. Hi, Elsa.
Hello.
Everyone say hi, Elsa.
Hello.
So Ripchain Razorkin is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a human berserker. He has reach and spend 3, sacrifice a land, draw a card. Listen to that tasty squelch. Good hit. Good hit. Come here now, little meat bag. Very creepy. I see one coming up. Cautious Survivor. Creature, elf survivor. It has survival, of course. At the beginning of your second main phase, if Cautious Survivor is tapped, you gain 2 life. She came back alone, with her recorder broken and its footage scrambled. Whatever she had experienced, she never spoke of again. Unwanted remake. That's just, I feel like, general horror movie stuff. And that being said, I love remakes. So, speaking of, I saw a weird article for PT remake, and I don't know. PT remake, PS5. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that maybe tonight. An unofficial PT remake playable on PS5 right now. I hope it has not been pulled. That is going to be amazing. Anyways, actually, quick side note: if you don't know what PT is, it dropped on the PS4 with just a random. I'll show you this, and said nothing else. It was just a stump, greenery, and PT, and it was a teaser where you just like walked down a hallway, and when you got to the end of the hallway and went through a door, you then repeated the hallway over and over and over again, and eventually you can't do anything, like you can't pick stuff up, you can only look at stuff, and by looking at stuff you interact with the hallway, and eventually people messed with the game so much that they figured out how to make, like every time you'd mess with something then go through the hallway it would change a little bit, and eventually people figured out that there was ways to like beat each quote-unquote level, as in each different hallway, and ultimately it ended up being a playable teaser for the new Silent Hill game, and it featured Norman Reedus, and it was going to be made by Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro, and it is like one of the saddest things ever that it got canceled, but if you don't know about PT Demo, go check out PT Demo if you're a horror fan. You need to play it. Joe, if you have not played PT Demo, you and I are going to have a day of that. So Unwanted Remake is a 1-drop. It's an instant. Destroy target creature. Its controller manifests dread. So Manifesting Dread is essentially, you get to look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put one of them on the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature and the other into the graveyard. If it's a creature card, it can be turned up face time. It can be turned face up anytime for its mana cost. I used the Manifest Dread a lot when I did the sealed for this, and it was pretty good. Norin, Swift Survivalist, is a 1-drop, legendary creature, human coward. Norin, Swift Survivalist, can't block. Whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may exile it. You may play that card from exile this turn. I don't know what it was. Why would I stick around to find out? Commune with Evil. Commune with Evil is a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You gain 3 life. Elsa swelled with euphoria and power as she stepped over her friends' corpses.
I did not.
She should have bargained with a demon a lot sooner. It says so right here.
Can't prove anything.
It's written. So it was written. Gremlin Tamer. This is great. We have the Gremlin card. We actually haven't had a Gremlin card yet, but we had a card that creates Gremlins. Gremlin Tamer is a 2-drop. Can you actually grab my bag of medicine to the left of the... yeah. It's a creature. It's a human scout. It has Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, create a 1/1 red gremlin. Okay, so this is another one that creates gremlin creature tokens. Do they cause trouble? Sure. But if you're nice to them, the trouble happens to other folks. That's fun.
Sending it to Eden.
Oh, actually, do you mind grabbing me another seltzer, too? I forgot to take my
Anything for you right now.
other medicine. Shit, where am I? Oh, they're there. You stay out of there, Charlie. Nope. Alright. Sorry about that. Forgot to take that. Fun card. What were you looking at, the Elsa card?
Yeah, I sent a picture to Eden.
Another full art swamp. Very cool. Valgavoth in the background, messing stuff up. He's big. That's why he's the big bad. Entity Tracker is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human scout. It has Flash and Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, or whenever you fully unlock a room, draw a card. The readings are off the charts. Whatever it is, it's close. Oh, we got some cool treatments coming up. Oh, so that was our first rare. Our second rare, this is Tamatau, I forget her name, is an 8-drop, Redress Fate? Redress? Is an 8-drop. It's a sorcery. Return all artifact and enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Damn. It is an 8-drop, but that's pretty good. Here's a question, though. If you used this card to return an enchantment, a room that you had not unlocked, is a room technically an enchantment? It is. It's an enchantment room, I'm pretty sure. We don't have any in this pile. Does that now... Are the 2 rooms unlocked? Like what's the deal with that? Anybody want to check the ruling on that? Yeah, because a room is an enchantment. So if you return a room to the battlefield from your graveyard, are both rooms now unlocked? Because how could you... You'd have to remember which room you had unlocked before it was sent to the graveyard. So I want a ruling on that. Alright. Maybe Brent, if you can look into that. If not, I'll maybe take a photo of this card and then check the ruling on this. I'm sure this might be addressed in the ruling for this card. Ooh, very cool. Very cool. So this seems like a theme is these, I don't know what to call them, like, sort of neon, it's like the 3D art. It was like the Mimic card from the beginning. Marina Vendrell. Oh, this might be the card that I pulled. Yes. Oh my god. So Marina Vendrell is a 5-drop. She's all 5 color types. Legendary creature, human warlock. So I pulled one of these, but not this treatment. She is a legendary creature, human warlock. When Marina Vendrell enters, reveal the top 7 cards of your library. Put all enchantment cards from among them into your hand and the rest onto the bottom of your deck in a random order. And then her second ability is tap her to lock or unlock a door of target room you control. Activate only as a sorcery. That is a crazy, crazy ability. Like, she is... That, like, I can't even... That's just such a powerful card. Especially in this set. But again... Are neither of the rooms unlocked? Are both of the rooms unlocked? Is only one of the rooms unlocked? Okay. But it just makes me think, because if a regular enchantment goes onto the battlefield, you don't have to then pay its mana cost to activate its ability. So, yeah, I want to hear the official ruling on that. On a room in that regard, because it's still an enchantment. So, if a single enchantment goes out onto the field, you don't have to. Again, maybe rooms have to be like, maybe a room is a specific thing, so both rooms come out locked. But I don't know. I'm just very curious about that. Ooh, this has to be a reference to a movie. Undead Sprinter. Undead Sprinter is a 2-drop. It's a creature zombie. Trample, haste. You may cast Undead Sprinter from your graveyard if a non-zombie creature died this turn.
It reminds me of Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, maybe. If you do, Undead Sprinter with a +1/+1 enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Or 28 days later. You know what? What's funny, Brayden, is I was actually going to say that is... I could be wrong, but I think 28 days later is the official first cinematic instance of running zombies. Yeah. It was on Actually the other day. But I also think somebody then Actually and was like, that's actually not correct. I think it was one of the Of the Dead movies. What's the Dead movies that started out? It was George Romero, and then it was another director. It was Night of the Living Dead, right? It was him and another director. And then they had, like, creative differences. John Russo, right? And then Dawn of the Dead and... Joe, you might know about this. Braden and Brent might as well, but... There was this thing where Night of the Living Dead was like the first in all of those movies, and he co-directed it with somebody else. And then after that, they had creative differences, so they split off. And there's two distinct zombie franchises that were born of it. So all of the Dead movies are George A. Romero, and then... it must have been John Russo. No. Maybe? I don't know. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please shout it out, but there was... This is a thing that happened. That the original Night of the Living Dead came out... there was some sort of creative differences on how this should be handled, and then they split into two distinct zombie franchises. Lucio Fulci, is that what you're talking about? Is that it, Brayden? Let me look it up. But did he direct... I don't know if it was him, because it was somebody who directed the first... Yeah, I don't know if this is it. Because it was somebody who worked direct, but he's not referenced as working on Night of the Living Dead. I'm gonna have... Oh, wait. No. Yeah, it's John Russo. I think they split off into Of the Living Dead and Of the Dead, like two distinct franchises. Again, I'll research it a little bit more and have more stuff when I come back. But you might be right, because Lucio Fulci looks like he also did some zombie flicks as well. Split Up is this is the paranormal treatment you said, Brayden? Paranormal border, I think. Yeah, the TV border is called Paranormal. Split Up is a 3-drop. It's a sorcery. It has choose one. Destroy all tapped creatures. Destroy all untapped creatures. Whatever happens, we need to stick together. Recovered tape fragment. That always, because this is written, will make me think of... anybody know? Anybody know before I say it?
What happened? I missed it.
Whatever happens, we need to stick together. Writing that down always makes me think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Because remember they find that note in the cave with the killer rabbit? And they're like, why would he have written... Wouldn't you have just said it? This is the colors on this card really pop in foil. This is gorgeous. And our token. Everywhere. Oh, this is the card, Brent, this is, or I think it was you, Brent, that card that you gave to that girl who had the card that creates this token. It is a very cool token. And then I think on the back we just have the copy token. Very, very cool. Alright, pack number 2, down. Pack number 3. You gonna guest open a pack, Elsa?
I'm okay with being on camera, but thank you.
What if I make it so it's just your hands? No?
Your face, my hands.
Yeah, why not? And your voice. I'm serious.
I don't know enough information. I would just be reading them.
That's okay.
Zero information.
I can add the context.
Maybe next time if I mentally prepare myself.
Okay. Alright. Say its oh. I gotta like squeeze the air out of the cards or they like slide around. Say its name is a 2-drop. This has to be a reference to something. Look at those spines. Oh, is he looking into a mirror? This is a sorcery. It has mill 3 cards, then you may return a creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. Exile this card and 2 other cards named Say Its Name from your graveyard. Search your graveyard, hand, and or library for a card named Atlanak the Thrice Called and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. So this is a very weird card because it references... Number 1, you would have to play it in Standard or in Draft because you have to have multiple cards. With this. So this card literally does not work in Commander, period. I mean, you could use it for its first ability, I guess, but... What's Beetlejuice? Oh, say its name. Okay, okay. But also, he's looking into a mirror, so it could also be like a Bloody Mary thing. Bloody Mary or Candyman. Candyman. Which the remake for Candyman, by the way, you have to say the name 5 times, and it sounds like a weird change, but it really works for the story. What is Altenac the Thrice Called? Let's look it up. Altenac Thrice Called. So Altenac Thrice Called. Oh, so this is a great way to get this card out on the battlefield without paying its mana cost. So Altenac Thrice Called is a creature, insect, beast. Let's get rid of that. No thanks. which is a 7-drop. It's a legendary creature, insect beast with trample. Whenever Altenac, the thrice called, becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, draw a card. Spend 2, discard Altenac, the thrice called, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Interesting. And he's a 9/9. He's a 9/9 for only 7. So you could use this card to get... And he's kind of like a centipede, so the weird... I thought this was a spine, but those are centipedes on the side of the mirror. Razortrap Gorge is a land. It's a Razortrap Gorge enters the battlefield, enters tapped unless player has 13 or less life. Interesting. I really like the art on this card. Tap it to add black or red. They say the blades wait to bite through your skin until you've climbed too far to turn back, leaving you to cling with blood's slick hands until gravity takes you. Oh, I've seen this card. Vanish from Sight is a 4-drop. It's an instant. Target non-land permanent. Its owner puts it on top of their on top or bottom of their library. Survey 1. The Wanderer flung out her hand, but too late. Kaido had vanished into the house's maw. Okay, this is a cool... story spotlight. Perfect. I should be paying more attention for those. I haven't been, because I have read the story, or listened to it, rather, but... and also, I just noticed the story... I didn't just notice. Yesterday, that the story spotlights have this website on them, where you can go and read the story. But this is a scene where the house is slowly starting to separate all of them. Kaido and the Wanderer go to leave the room, and this giant gaping hole opens up underneath Kaido. And he is swallowed by the house. Oh, here we go. Signs, probably. Etched Cornfield is land. Etched Cornfield enters the tapped unless the player has 13 or less life. Okay, so this is just the green-white version of the card that I just pulled. Which makes me think if this is a movie reference, it makes me think that this is a movie reference as well, but I don't know. They say those who lose their way in the fields gradually wither and grow brittle, until at last they put down roots and anchor into the soil as a whispering stalk. I just want to check to see if we missed any other story spotlight cards. I don't think so, because I would have... I feel like I would have noticed, but... There's not one in pack number 2. Let's check pack number 3. Nope, looks like this is our first story spotlight for the for this box. So, very cool. I'll make sure to keep an eye out for those. Peculiar Lighthouse. Interesting. What is this a reference to? Anything? Oh my god, this pack is full of these cards. I might get every variation of it. So I got the green-white. I've got the black-red. Yeah, green-white, black-red. They're literally all in order, too. This one does the same thing, but for blue-red. So I got... So are there 10 of them? Is there every color combination, I'm assuming? Disturbing Mirth. This one, again, anyone have any other ideas, but this has to be a Cenobite. This has to be Hellraiser Cenobite. Disturbing Mirth is a 2-drop. It's an enchantment. When Disturbing Mirth enters, you may sacrifice another enchantment or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. When you sacrifice Disturbing Mirth, Manifest Dread. And we all remember Manifest Dread allows you to create... essentially draw 2 cards, choose one, lay it face down. It's a 2/2 creature. The other one goes into your graveyard, and then you may turn it at any point for its mana cost. Again, really love that creature design. If anyone has any other ideas, shout them out, but that's gotta be, to me, a Cenobite. Popular Egotist is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human rogue. Spend 2, sacrifice another creature or enchantment. Popular Egotist gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. Damage and effects that say destroy, don't destroy it. Oh, indestructible. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I know you'd want me to live, bestie. Ooh, is this a reference to something? Because this is definitely not in the story. Seems like a very specific thing. Unnerving Grasp is a 3-drop. It is a sorcery. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Manifest Dread. Again, the house opening up to swallow somebody. Keys to the House. There is that, I think, that horror movie called Skeleton Key, right? Mm-hmm. Wonder if this is maybe a reference to that.
Skeleton Key, I believe, is the one that's kind of like Get Out, before Get Out.
Oh, yeah. Keys to the House is a 1-drop. It's an artifact. It has spend 1 and tap it, sacrifice Keys to the House. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Spend 3, tap it, sacrifice Keys to the House. Lock or unlock a target room you control. Activate only as a sorcery. So I guess you could use this to unlock a room that is like... I'm pretty sure I had a room that was like 5 mana to open, so this would be a good use of that. If you find them, they wanted to be found. Ooh, so I'm pretty sure we got the mountain, we got the swamp, and now we have a plains. These are so gorgeous. These are so cool. Got our first room for this pack. Unholy Annex is a 3-drop. At the beginning of your end step... Oh, this is also our first rare, I think. Yeah, so I think you get the land and then the rare. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you lose 2 life. And then its the second room is Ritual Chamber. Spend 5. When you unlock this door, create a 6/6 black demon creature token with flying. So you could essentially benefit the first ability with the second ability. These seem to work pretty synergistically. Oh, cool. We've got Zimone. Zimone is a student at Strixhaven and comes as sort of the brains with the party. Zimone, Mystery Unraveler, is a 4-drop. It's a legendary creature, human soldier. It has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, manifest dread if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. Otherwise, you may turn a permanent you control face up. Very cool. The foil on this really pops. I'm pretty sure this is literally just the exact card that comes in the precon, which we'll be opening those at some point. Alright, we got our paranormal card. Is Ghostly Dancers. Ghostly Dancers is a 5-drop. It's a creature, it's a spirit. It has flying. When Ghostly Dancers, thank you, Elsa. Return an enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand or unlock a locked door of a room you control. Also has Eerie. When an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, create a 3/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Oh, Enduring Innocence. It's a 3-drop. It's an enchantment creature, Sheep Glimmer. So when I first saw these glimmers, I was curious because they looked very cutesy for this set. So the whole thing, and they don't explain it a lot, but when you enter the house, your hopes and dreams are like the sort of your positive thoughts are manifested physically as something called a glimmer, and it's usually in the form of something that is special to you. They remind me a little bit of a Patronus, kind of, in Harry Potter. What, this enduring innocence, Brayden? But yeah, they remind me of Patronus quite a bit, because again, the creature is special to you, and then it is manifested of your hopes and dreams.
That's very much a Patronus.
But you don't have to cast it. It's just entering the house. It becomes like your familiar, so to speak. This one has lifelink. Whenever one or more creatures you control with power 2 or less draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. When Enduring Innocence dies, if it was a creature returned to the battlefield under its owner's control, it's an enchantment. Oh, I saw this one. Yeah, this is a really good card. Soul Warden. Oh, we got a special guest. Look at this. This is our first special guest. Soul Warden is a 1-drop. It's a creature. It's a human cleric. Whenever another creature enters, you gain 1 life. Very simple. I don't know if that is a person from the story or just like a generic. Is this foil? If so, this is a $17 card. Keeping an eye out for those special guests. Now that I know what that symbol means, and I know the special guest is essentially the special guest is a subset of. Oh, really? I didn't know that. It's funny that it's a mythic in this. The special guest is a subset of the list. So there's the list, and then within the list you have special cards that are special guests. And then the final card, we got a demon token. Oh, this has a line down it. Weird printing error. And then manifest. Creature. You can cover a face-down manifested creature with this reminder card. A manifested creature card can be turned face-up anytime. This is cool. That is very cool. I didn't think that they would have these little reminders. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Now we are on to pack number 4. What are you doing, Charlie? Again, anyone figured out what I'm watching yet? I'm pretty sure that you could cheat because I think the title screen comes up in between episodes. There's a hint. It is a show. But Elsa, you can't guess.
For what?
What I'm watching.
Oh, I know you're watching.
I know. That's why I said you can't guess. You gonna hop up here, bud? Alright, Resurrected Cultist is a 3-drop. It's a human creature human cleric. It has Delirium 4. Return Resurrected Cultist from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Activate only if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard and only as a sorcery. Twist Reality. What is this thing? Twist Reality is a 3-drop. It's an instant. It has choose one. Counter target spell. or Manifest Dread. I might have actually had one of these in my deck. I can't remember. Scorching Dragonfire. Scorching Dragonfire is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Scorching Dragonfire deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker would die this turn, exile it instead. Kaito Ran, illusion or no, the fire felt hot enough to kill him. I genuinely actually don't remember this moment in the story, but again, there were very many rooms and whatnot that they went to, so I have to assume that this happened. And there's Kaito. Oh, I think this is his little squirrel familiar, too. Oh, look at this thing. You mean when he's... you mean right in the beginning of them entering the house? Or when he's trying to break in and get the scroll, Brayden? This reminds me of Ko, the Face Stealer from Avatar The Last Airbender. Anthropede is a 4-drop. It's a creature, it's an insect. It has reach, and when Anthropede enters, you may discard a card or pay 2. When you do, destroy target room. The touch of its many hands is almost gentle at first, but then the grip tightens and the mandibles dig in. Oh my god, look at all of its hands. That is a terrifying creature design. Shout out Loic Canavagia. Terrible. Terrible. Give In to Violence. Give In to Violence is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Come, strip yourself of flesh and fear. Hunt for me. Entertain me. The Lord of Pain. This also seems like a Hellraiser card too. But again, call me out if you have any other ideas. But I just see like the chains and the spikes and the Lord of Pain. That 100% has to be Hellraiser. Oblivious Bookworm. Oblivious Bookworm is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a human wizard. At the beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Unless a permanent entered the battlefield face down under your control this turn, or you turned a permanent face up. Huh. The detector won't stop beeping. Must be on the fritz again. You dummy. Exercise. Exercise is a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Strictly speaking, you can't kill what's already dead, but trapping and disintegrating it is pretty close. Garden, Survivor Technologist. Oh, look at this thing. It's got a glimmer. Looks like it's got a kitty glimmer. That might be a lamb. Vile Mutilator is a 7-drop. It's a creature, it's a demon. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or enchantment. It has flying and trample. When Vile Mutilator enters, each opponent sacrifices a non-token enchantment, then sacrifices a non-token creature. Very creepy. Insidious Fungus. Insidious Fungus is a 1-drop. It's a creature, it's a fungus. It has spend 2, sacrifice Insidious Fungus, then choose 1. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. we got a forest. So we've got the mountain, the swamp, the plains, and the forest. It's weird. It must be the order that I'm pulling these in. The next one has to be... So, mountain, swamp, plains, forest, island. The next one has to be an island. Alright, our first rare is Thornspire Verge. Tap it to add a red, tap it to add a green. Activate only if you control a mountain or a forest. Here, the boiler bilges twitch like a trapped animal, peaks straining against the grasping roots and vines. Into the Pit is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast spells from the top of your library by sacrificing a non-land permanent in addition to paying their other costs. Interesting. Duskmourn never yields his secrets without exacting a brutal price. Yep, that's very meta. Oh. The Swarm Weaver. What is this treatment called? Or is this like a specific artist? I don't know. Let me check really quick. I don't remember if I pulled one in the last pack or if it was the pack. It was the pack before that, I think. We pulled 2 in a row. Mimic was the first one, and then... Yeah, these are all Sam Wolf Connolly, so this must be his style. It makes me think like a old school 3D glasses. 2-tone colors. The Swarm Weaver is a 4-drop. It is a legendary artifact scarecrow. Artifact creature scarecrow. When the Swarm Weaver enters, create 2 1/1 black and green insect creature tokens with flying. It has Delirium. As long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, insects and spiders you control get +1/+1 and have Death Touch. It was also pointed out to me by somebody I met at Magic the other day. Shout out Josh. There are not many scarecrows in MTG, but there's an amazing scarecrow potential commander. I think it's Reaper King. And his ability is... It might be this one. Yeah, he can come out. He's a 5-drop. Legendary artifact creature. Yeah, this art is, again, shout out Sam Wolf Connolly. Legendary artifact creature scarecrow. Other scarecrow creatures you control get +1/+1. Also, whenever another scarecrow comes into play under your control, destroy target permanent. Oh, I wonder what the normal version looks like. Ooh, another rare land. This is the blue-white version of the land that I just pulled. Flood Farm Verge. As a land, it has tap to add white, tap to add blue, activate only if you control a plains or an island. Here, the mist moors slump like a grieving parent. The once thriving fields drowned by the relentless deluge. Ooh, very cool. This is, I don't know. What movie specifically do you think this one is? Because there's lots of cursed TVs. There's some that are... Yeah, you think Poltergeist? That's what my initial assumption is. Cursed recording. There's also some non-paranormal movies, just about like found footage, kind of. I think like VHS and stuff like that. But yeah, it's probably Poltergeist. I just think of like the multiple TVs is what makes me think VHS. Cursed Recording is a 4-drop. It's an artifact. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a time counter on Cursed Recording. Then, if there are 7 or more time counters on it, remove those counters and it deals 20 damage to you. What? Tap it. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Damn, that's crazy. I guess if you could figure out a way to sacrifice this before its final ability hits. Damn. That's brutal. Got a spirit token and a treasure token. I'll set these aside so Brayden can see the rares. Oh, true. Find some way to remove counters. That'd be smart. How's that?
Yeah.
Hi. Ooh, this is cool. I'll wait to reveal this, but there's a fun little token on this in this one. Fear of Surveillance is a 2-drop. Like, what is this? Very spooky. Enchantment creature Nightmare. It has vigilance. Whenever Fear of Surveillance attacks, survey 1. Look at the top card of your library. You may put it into your graveyard. Its unblinking gaze sees every flaw, every shame, every humiliating moment you wish you could forget. Oh my god, I think this is the hand thing from earlier. Monstrous Emergence is a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, choose a creature you control or reveal a creature card from your hand. Monstrous Emergence deals damage equal to the power of the creature you chose or the card you revealed to target creature. Interesting. Fanatic of the Harrowing is a 4-drop. It's a creature. It's a human cleric. When Fanatic of the Harrowing enters, each player discards a card. If you discarded a card this way, draw a card. Valgavoth wants our pain, our terror. We cannot join him unless we suffer. Depressing. Erratic Apparition. Poltergeist? Probably. 3-drop creature spirit. Has flying, vigilance, eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, Erratic Apparition gets +1/+1 until end of turn. What's got you all bent out of shape? Joseph, comedian, last words. Winter's Intervention. This is a story spotlight where Winter saves them from a Razorkin. It's a 2-drop. It's an instant. Winter's Intervention deals 2 damage to target creature. You gain 2 life. Can we trust him? Nico whispered as they eyed the stranger. I don't know, the Wanderer replied, but he's a lot friendlier than that creature that was chasing us. That's true. Let's play a game. Definitely Jigsaw. Saw. As a 4-drop, It's a sorcery. It has delirium. Choose one. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, choose 1 or more instead. Oh, interesting. So you get to choose one no matter what, but then if you can fulfill delirium, then you get to you could choose all of them. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 until end of turn. Each opponent discards 2 cards. Each opponent loses 3 life, and you gain 3 life. Ooh, fear of abduction. So again, there's lots of alien movies out there. This could be the 4th kind, because the signs, they didn't really do much abducting of people. So I wonder if this is more so the 4th kind. Fear of Abduction is a 6-drop. It's an enchantment creature, Nightmare. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile a creature you control. It has flying. When a Fear of Abduction enters, exile target creature an opponent controls. When Fear of Abduction leaves the battlefield, put each card exiled with it into its owner's hand. Fernando Falcone. Fernando. Alejandro. Intruding Soul Rager is a 2-drop. It's a creature spirit. It has vigilance and tap to sacrifice a room. Intruding Soul Rager deals 2 damage to each opponent. Draw a card. The souls of those who perished outside the house persist as fractured echoes, driven to share their misery with the living. Ooh, Glimmer Seeker. This was big in draft. Quite a few people had this, including myself. It's a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human survival. Survival ability is at the beginning of your 2nd main phase. If it's tapped, draw a card if you control a Glimmer creature. If you don't control a Glimmer creature, create a 1/1 white Glimmer enchantment creature token. Well, hello there. Want to come exploring? Very cool. Ah, I was right. This is so weird that I don't know. They ordered the packs to specifically be green. No, was it red, black, green, white, blue? Yeah, that's crazy. I like this island. Oh, this is a fun card, and our first rare of the pack. It's Doomsday Excruciator is a 6-drop. It's a creature, it's a demon. When Doomsday Excruciator enters, if it was cast, each player exiles all but the bottom 6 cards of their library face down. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. So this is like a race to the end. You essentially mill... everybody mills pretty much their entire deck, and then it's just a race to see who mills themselves first. Well, you know, if you draw all of your cards in your deck, you you lose. If you I can't remember if it's as soon as you draw your final card, or if you cannot draw another card when you're supposed to. I think it's when I do have 2 play booster boxes, so I likely will make a cube out of this set, Brent. Because I would like to draft this set again. We could also do a sealed draft, which I think would be fun. Like, not a draft, but like a sealed, where everybody you get 6 packs and you gotta sit there and make a deck. I really like that as a format. We should do both. Again, when you have the cube, you can have fun with it. Do whatever you want. All stars grow dark. All worlds come to an end. That's true. That's true. But that being said, I feel like I can never get that many people together where it would in any way inhibit, because the the play booster has 36 packs in it, so I could at least do a draft of 6 people, and the only time I think we've done more than that was when we were able to get that big group together at Al's. But again, that was really hard for me to put together. Ooh, what is this? This has to be a reference to something. They came from the pipes. It's a 5-drop. Braden, you missed a cursed recording. Flood Farm Verge. We actually got 2 of these. This is the white-blue version of this land. Swarm Weaver. Into the Pit. Thornspire Verge. This is the red-green version of the card I just showed you, and that's it. That's all you missed. But they came from the pipes. Brent said I came from my pipes too. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Brent. Yeah, if anybody knows what this is a reference to. I don't. I'm not being cheeky when I say that.
What is it? Oh, I'm looking right now.
Yeah, they came from the pipes. It seems like it has to be. Oh, isn't there a movie where like a black sludge comes up from the bathtub or something? And it's evil? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Let me Google that. Horror movie. There is also in the yeah, it does a little bit make me think of Grudge. There's also that movie, where is the, what's that, the movie with all the short, yeah, the Tales from the Crypt. I think that we're talking about the same thing, Braden, where they're stuck in the middle of the lake, and the ooze.
The blob.
No.
With the big oil slick that eats them? It's the blob.
But the Blob is like an old movie from like the 40s, 50s.
Yeah, but it's the same.
Okay.
They just redid it for.
Okay.
It's like the oil slick in the water, and like it melts their flesh off, and they're stuck on the raft. Right?
And yeah, and he's about to like have sex with the girl, right?
And it comes up through the cracks and eats her face.
Yeah. Okay. I have like a weird, distinct memory of that.
There's one in the 50s, and then there's one again in the 80s.
But that was part of again, it was a Tales of the Crypt,
Yeah.
so it was like a mini, it was a short. So maybe it's that, I don't know.
It's
but
called The Raft, and it wasn't Tales from the Crypt. It was,
that's what I mean. I was like, it can't
Stephen
have been
King, so it was probably like, not Creepshow. What was the movie we were talking about?
Dark
Tales or something.
Tales from the Dark Side.
Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah, it was probably one of those.
But that's no. When you were saying it's the Blob, I was like, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially the Blob, though.
Yeah. It was called something else.
Yeah, it's called The Raft. It's by Stephen King. It was Creepshow too. Yeah, it was Creepshow too.
Oh, it was Creepshow?
Yeah.
Okay. Brayden, you were close with Tales from the Crypt. Those were all on the same ilk. Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Creepshow. They were all the same thing. Anyways, They Came from the Pipes is a 5-drop. It's an enchantment. When They Came from the Pipes enters, manifest dread twice. Whenever a face-down creature card enters, draw a card. Interesting.
think Creepshow, though, was all Stephen King.
I think you're right. So, come back wrong. This card, the normal version. So, the version is cool. Don't get me wrong, but the normal version of this card is actually a 100% reference to Evil Dead. So, I wish I had that version. I might actually have it in my pre-release box. I don't know, but where actually is my pre-release box? Oh, we're looking at the cards on top of it. So come back wrong. Again, cool version, but the other version is kind of cooler. As a 3-drop, it's a sorcery, destroy target creature. If a creature card is put into the graveyard this way, return it to the battlefield under your control. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Oh, this is how somebody stole my my Megalodon. I don't remember who it was, but somebody used this card to steal my Megalodon. Rachel, it's me. I've brought you back. We can finally be together. Rachel, recovered tape fragment. I think that text is very much so Evil Dead, anyways. Enduring Courage. Ooh, we got a dog glimmer. Very cool. Again, I like the glimmers. They're just like a bright light in the very dark and spooky atmosphere. Enduring Courage is a 4-drop. It's an enchantment creature, Dog Glimmer. Whenever another creature you control enters, it gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. When Enduring Courage dies, if it was a creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. It's an enchantment. Oh, I wonder if all of the glimmers do that. If so, that's really cool, so that you at least maintain its ability. So it's like a double whammy. You get it first as a creature with that ability, and then as soon as it dies, it comes back and it just stays that. So it's really the only thing that dies about it is that it's a creature. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, and we got 2 in a row. Enduring Vitality, 3-drop, enchantment creature, Elk Glimmer. Vigilance, creatures you control have tapped to add 1 mana of any color. Wow, this is a really good one. When Enduring dies, if it was, so yeah, same thing. Glimmers seem to all have the same ability. Very cool. And then this is the fun. So this is just a basic spirit token, but then on the back, look what we got. We got our first Gremlin token. Look at that guy. That is great. That is great. Love him. Did you see the first Gremlins card, Elsa?
No.
It was like something midnight, and it created Gremlin tokens. I like that Gremlin is like a word.
It's like a proper noun.
Well, yeah, but outside of the movie.
Right.
Like, it was a reference to the World War, so that they can use it in this without any weird copywriting or whatever. Alright, y'all, last pack magic. This is a special one. Again, as I always do, I have a bonus pack to open at the end.
We should do a stream where I sit behind you and and you have to put your arms behind your back and I open all the cards. And you have to pretend my hands are your hands.
Okay. Like have you seen when they do that with the dogs?
Yes.
I like it when it's like a cooking show and the dogs are just like going to town on whatever's on the fork and the spoons.
I like it when it's like a guy and his girlfriend and she's like and he's like using his hands to put her makeup on.
Oh yeah. Brent says it was great when they do that on Whose Line Is It Anyway? It's just a great comedy thing. I love it. It's great, so many great formats. Tunnel Surveyor is a 3-drop. It's a creature. It's a human detective. When Tunnel Surveyor enters, create a 1/1 white glimmer enchantment creature token. Though he needed to know what lay beyond the intersection, Harp couldn't suppress a shiver of disquiet as his glimmer disappeared into the darkness ahead. Oh, he's losing his little bear friend.
I didn't realize Charlie was like laying on my leg, and I've just been walking my legs back and forth vigorously, and he's just been taking it.
Friendly Teddy is a 2-drop. It's an artifact creature bear toy. When Friendly Teddy dies, each player draws a card. Best friends are great to share secrets with, like where the matches are or how to find a human heart. Spooky. Very spooky. I can't tell if that's stitches or teeth. Something tells me that Teddy's not friendly. Ooh, Slavering Branch Snapper is a 6-drop. It's a creature, it's a lizard. It has trample and forest cycling too. Hey, look. It made us a nice big path through the hedge maze. Zimone. Ooh, Creepy Clown. Grab the Prize is a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards. If the discarded card wasn't a land card, Grab the Prize deals 2 damage to each opponent. Unfortunately, the keyhole turned out to be located in an even larger, scarier clown mouth. That's terrible. God dang it. Again, shout out Pennywise. Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Hiya, Georgie boy. You want a balloon? Stalked Researcher is a 2-drop. It's a creature, it's a human wizard. It has Defender and Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, Stalked Researcher can attack this turn as though it didn't have Defender. Just a shadow. It's only a shadow. Please let it be a shadow. Live or Die. Interesting. Live or Die is a 5-drop. It's an instant. It has choose 1. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, or destroy target creature. That's cool. Live or Die. I grant them the illusion of hope so that their despair grows even sweeter. Withering Torment is a 3-drop. It's an instant. Destroy target creature or enchantment. You lose 2 life. Each spindrill is the lingering consciousness of a survivor consumed by cellar spawn, a ragged drifting remnant pulsing with constant psychic agony. Killer's Mask. This is maybe like Friday the 13th. I don't know about the teeth though. Killer's Mask is a 3-drop. It's an artifact equipment. When Killer's Mask enters, manifest Dread. Then attach Killer's Mask to that creature. Equipped creature has Menace, and equip cost is 2. That's kind of cool that it creates a creature, and it also equips to that creature for free. Really like that mask design. That's very, very creepy. Fear of Exposure is a 3-drop. It's an enchantment creature, Nightmare. As an additional cost to cast this spell, tap 2 untapped creatures and or lands you control. It also has Trample. A mouth like that can never keep secrets. It's got faces in it. Very spooky. Oh, Swamp. So now we're back to the Swamp. Now we're seeing some repeats here. Cursed Recording. So this is the other version of that card we already pulled. So I was literally just about to say, out of all these 5 packs, we have not pulled a single... what's Saw, Brandon? What is Saw? Because we already had a Saw card. It was, Let's Play a Game. But what are you saying is a Saw reference? Grab the Prize? I don't know when you commented that. Yeah, the Clown Mask. Okay. Cursed Recording. I was literally just about to say we haven't had any... we haven't had any repeats, so this is our first duplicate, but it's not really because it's a different art. So now we have both the arts for this card, which is cool. Phenomenon Investigators. That's like Ghostbusters or Ghost Hunters or whatever you want to call it. As a 4-drop, it's a creature, it's a human detective. As Phenomenon Investigators enters, choose Believe or Doubt. Believe. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/2 black horror enchantment creature token. Or Doubt. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-land permanent you own to your hand. If you do, draw a card. What vest is amazing that Homeboy has here on the left. If so, I do agree. It's very nice. Maybe these are a lot of the creatures we've experienced so far. Overlord of the Mistmoors. Ooh, I'm pretty sure this is a chase card, if I'm not mistaken. Not necessarily this version of it, but this is a full art. A full art. I think the chase for this one is the Japan... what are they called? Japan... Showcase, or I think that's what it's called. Oh yeah, wow. The Japan Showcase, or whatever the heck it's called, is going for 150. That's crazy. That is crazy. Which I am seeing something kind of crazy back here. Overlord of the Mistmoors is a 7-drop. It's an enchantment creature, Avatar Horror. It has Impending 4 and spend 3. What is Impending? Okay. So Impending was introduced in this set. If you... Oh, cool. Okay, so if you want, you can cast this for its Impending cost. Meaning... you don't have to spend this. You spend this instead. You put 4 time counters on it, and at the beginning of your end step, you remove a time counter. And once the final time counter is removed, it becomes a creature. I'm assuming it gets Summoning Sickness then. Yeah, that's literally what it is. They compared it to Suspend. It also has whenever Overlord of the Mistmoors attacks or enters, Create 2/1 white insect creature tokens with flying. Oh, no, that is a room. Ooh, I used this card a lot. I'm pretty sure I have this exact version. This card is great. It's Silent Hall Creeper. Is a 2-drop. It's an enchantment creature horror. Silent Hall Creeper can't be blocked. Whenever Silent Hall Creeper deals combat damage to a player, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on Silent Hall Creeper. Draw a card. Silent Hall Creeper becomes a copy of another target creature you control. The only problem with this creature is every freaking person would discard or exile or whatever. I did not get to play this card. I got to play it, but literally every time I would play it, people would get rid of it. So, yeah. Thanks, Brayden. And, ooh, this is a beautiful room. Restricted Office is a 4-drop. It has, when you unlock this door, destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. And it also has Lecture Hall, which is a 7-drop. Other permanents you control have hexproof. Very cool. And then I think that might be the final card in the pack, because the next one is another Gremlin token and a Glimmer. Rabbit Glimmer. Very cool. I might have one of those because I think Josh gave me one. Alright, y'all. That is the final collector pack I have, but I do have one more. A bonus pack, as always. And it is actually hidden in here. Oh, Elsa. We got these little promo packs from doing the pre-release, so I thought... I already opened one, but I thought it might be cool to open this one on stream. They have the little promo symbol on them, which is cool. And they can only be pulled in these packs, as far as I know. So, pop this. Also, there's Nashi. Nashi is Tamio's adopted rat folk son. And he is the whole reason that they go to Duskmourn, because he goes there searching for his mother, because they've like resurrected her spirit or something, and they're using it for some reason. I don't remember. So he goes there to save her, because she's dead. And that's actually how the story starts, is Kaito is at some castle trying to get Tamio's scroll back for Nashi. But, yeah. Cute little rat guy.
Oh, that's not my...
What?
I used to say about my ex-boyfriend. Cute little rat guy. That's something wrong with me.
Oh, so here is... I don't know if we pulled this one. This is the white-blue. Flood Farm Verge. As a land, it has tap to add a white, or tap to add a blue. Activate only if you control a plains or an island. Yeah, this is... We've already pulled this one. Here, the Mistmoor slump like a grieving parent. The once thriving fields drowned in the relentless deluge. But, now we have a cool promo version. Also, this pack, I don't know if it specifically says what can come in it. But I can tell you what our experience was. So what we seemed to get was 2 cards for the set and then 1 from a recent set. So, yep. Drag to the Roots. Oh, this one doesn't have the promo symbol on it. Interesting. Maybe not all of them do have the promo symbol. Drag to the Roots is a 4-drop. It's an instant. It has Delirium. This spell costs 2 less to cast as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Destroy target non-land permanent. Very cool. And then... Oh no, these are all... Wait, isn't it weird that this one doesn't have the stamp on it? I wonder if it's because it's not a rare, maybe? Maybe only the rares have that stamp on it? This thing is crazy. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges is a 6-drop. It's an enchantment, creature, avatar, horror. It has impending 4, 4. Yeah, that's weird. Whenever Overlord of the Boiler Bilges enters or attacks, it deals 4 damage to any target. Yeah, didn't I already pull an Overlord of the Boiler Bilges? Or no, Overlord of the Mistmoors. Okay, so that... I wonder how many Overlords there are. And then that's it. I got an arena code. Additional rewards in Magic the Gathering Arena. Very cool. I'll pop these back in the pack. And you know what? Just for funsies, we'll do another bonus pack because that one was very small, short. Oh, okay, so then there must be 5 Overlords. There must be. Must be 5 Overlords. So I'll do another Modern Horizons 3. I did not get this. Again, everything I've shown so far I got from Vanguard. This I did not get from Vanguard. So, again, we've pulled a lot of these packs, so you're probably going to see a lot of repeats, but Breathe Your Last, Inspired Inventor, Sarpadian Simulacrum, Tempest Harvester, Colossal Dread Mask, as Braden pointed out, is a reference to Colossal Dread Maw, Deceptive Landscape, Snapping Voidcraw, which is a very sadly messed up turtle. I have not seen this one, I don't think. The Creation of Avacyn is a 3-drop. Its first ability is search your library for a card, exile it face down, then shuffle. Just any card. Interesting. Turn the exiled card face up. If it's a creature card, you lose life equal to its mana value. You may put the exiled card onto the battlefield if it's a creature card. If you don't put it into the battlefield, put it into its owner's hand. Not bad. I think there's a profile art card on the back. Propagator Drone. I definitely don't think I've seen one of these. It's a creature, Eldrazi Drone. It has Devoid. This card has no color. Creature cards you control have Evolve. They have, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it has power greater toughness than this token. Put a +1/+1 counter on this token. They see this creature enter. Spend 4, create a 0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature token with sacrifice this creature, add waste mana. It that heralds the end. I've already pulled a couple of these. Wirewood Symbiote. I don't know if I pulled this. As a 1-drop, it's a creature, it's an insect. Return an elf you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Activate only once each turn. It drinks fatigue. The rare is Guide of Souls. As a 1-drop, it's a creature, it's a human cleric. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and get an energy counter. Whenever you attack, you may pay 3 energy counters. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter and a flying counter on target attacking creature. It becomes an angel in addition to its other types. Ooh, we got 2 rares. Jet Medallion is a 2-drop. It's an artifact. Black spells you cost 1 less to cast. It is the imposing heft of a ruler's scepter, the stench of death after a victory in battle, and the mournful wail of an enemy kneeling in supplication. It is power. And then we got a basic land. Oh, what is this? I think this is a profile card. Flage, Titan of the Fire's Fury. Let me look that up. Flage, Titan of the Fire's Fury. Yeah, this is the profile card. Which one's very good, Brayden? You said Wirewood Symbiote. It's a very specific ability. Quit your beeping. Oh, this is a reprint. Okay. Because I was like, I don't recognize this art, but very cool. Alright, y'all. That is all I have for you this evening. Where did I put... Oh, okay, right here. I think I'll try and do this early in the day tomorrow. Do pack number... do the second half of the collector booster box. And yeah. Very exciting. Got some cool pulls today. I'm going to have to go through and scan them at some point. I think that's what I'm going to spend some time doing this weekend. I really, really need to catalog my collection so I can start offloading some of this stuff. But, yeah, that's all I have. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. Shout out Brayden, Elsa, Brent, Ben, Talisha, Joe, everyone. Sorry if I missed someone. I don't think I did, though. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Love y'all. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their night. And, yeah, I will let you know when I'm doing this again. Alright. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.